Hey guys, I know it can be daunting buying your first vehicle, but we're here to give you some advice. My name's Matty.
I'm George.
And these are our props.
Set your budget.
Take a look at your income, take a look at your savings, take a look at your debt. This will figure out what you can actually afford each week when it comes to buying a new vehicle. You got to be flexible, but you got to be firm with your maximum price. Yes, you want to buy a car, but yes, you still want to be able to live under a roof.
If you set your budget early, it will save you a lot of time wandering around car yards looking at cars that are just not in your budget. So making a budget should really involve figuring out what you can afford to lay outright from your own savings, or whether you want to look at a financial plan to purchase a vehicle. If you've saved up a chunk of cash, you might be able to pay it outright, which will save you on some interest repayments. Whereas if you do want to spend a little bit more and increase your budget, you might look at using finance plan to help you get there. But ultimately, getting a car loan is a big responsibility and not something to take lightly, so make sure you do your research to make sure it's affordable to you and you can afford the repayments. So when setting your budget, it's important to keep in mind some of the long-term costs that come with buying a car. Things like your fuel bill, your maintenance, your insurance, all these things add up and do need to be considered.
So probably don't spend your yearly wage on a car. Be responsible, stick to your budget. Know the difference between want and need. Yeah, you might want one of the new top-of-the-range sports car, but you only need an A to B vehicle. Probably purchase to suit. Do you want a four-wheel drive because all your mates have a four-wheel drive? Do you want a tow bar just because you might tow something one day? Do you want a sunroof because they look cool? No. Is it necessary?
Understanding the lifetime costs. So when buying your first car, you've got to think about the lifetime costs involved with that. If you buy an old car that's pretty run down, it might be cheap on the day, but there's a lot more involved in what it costs to maintain that car the whole way through. You've got fuel costs, maintenance costs, registration, insurances, and you've got to think about resale value when you come to sell it as well. Luckily there's some great tools to help purchase your new car, things like the ASICS Money Smart car apps. Some great advice in there to help break down the running cost of buying your first car. It's no secret that cars lose their value rather quickly, but not all cars depreciate at the same value. As a general rule of thumb, the higher the demand for a car, the less likely it is to devalue quickly. Recent surveys will show that on average, a new vehicle will depreciate by 19%, some cars as much as 40% in the first year. However, not all cars are a bad investment. Newer cars tend to have a longer warranty period, they have less breakdown incidents and are more fuel efficient as well. If you're buying a new car, it's worth considering the resale value of the car, because come that time when you want to sell the vehicle, you want to make sure that what you expect to get for it is what's going to be on the value of it. But in saying that, no one new Supras are going to be as expensive as they are nowadays.
Do your homework. There's no one size fits all for buying a new car. You've got to consider whether the make and model of your car is going to suit current needs and future needs. Avoid making a rush decision. Consider how you're going to use the vehicle. So if you're considering starting a family soon, maybe a $180,000 Supra is not ideal for you. Whether it's new or a pre-owned vehicle, do your research. Investigate how that vehicle's been performing. Read third-party reviews. You've got plenty of tools online to help.
Decide whether you want a new or a used car. So factor in your budget, your lifestyle and your needs. You can weigh up the pros and cons of whether you need a new car or a used car. There's no right or wrong answer here. It really just comes down to your own unique personal circumstances. Pros of a newer car: manufacturer's warranty, low kilometres, optimum fuel efficiency, and it will also come with that new car smell. Pros of used, pre-owned, pre-loved, whatever you want to call it. It may still come with a warranty. The largest part of depreciation on the vehicle is already gone. Usually more affordable. Can still come with some great features, even though it's only a few years old. And it might not have a musky smell. So if you're looking at a used car, bring along someone who's bought a car before, maybe knows what they're looking for, and don't forget to check the logbook history matches the odometer on the car.
Decide where to buy. Buy from a licensed dealer. That way you generally get 3 months stat warranty period, depending on how old the vehicle is and how many kilometres the vehicle has done. Generally had a full check over by the dealer itself through their service centre, and it'll generally come with a roadworthy. Don't be pressured into buying a vehicle that you're not 100% set on. Don't sign anything that you don't understand. Ask someone to explain it to you, and do your research. Make sure that you shop around to make sure that you're getting the best deal through the finance. Or you can go down the private purchase route. This is a little bit riskier than a dealer purchase. If you don't know where that vehicle's been, it doesn't have a regulation in place to protect the buyer. However, you might save yourself a little bit of money. Find a particular car you're after. But the couple of things to make sure you're always checking on: the current proof of ownership, the current registration certificate, the roadworthy certificate, and a police report on that vehicle. WA, don't even worry about buying a car from there. They don't even have a roadworthy certificate there. Always shop around and don't be afraid to negotiate. Here at Islands Mitsubishi, we're always happy to help get you in the best car for the best deal for you.
So if you're still here, smash that like button, give us a follow, and we'll see you next time.